Okay, that's quiet now. Let's go ahead and get started. I believe there was someone new um, that rang in this evening. If you brought somebody new this evening, thank you and welcome. If you're new to the call, this is our, I guess, second actual call. It's not called an update anymore. The presentation to which is desperately needed because of what I heard a minute ago will be completed this evening. It's not ready yet because of the back office. But I'm going to do my best to do a somewhat presentation tonight. This will be the first one since we stopped the update call because the software is now complete. It's just a matter of finishing up the last touches and put all the products in. That's what I'm doing today. That's what I've been doing today. All right. So, welcome aboard if you're brand new. My name is Montalvo Lewis, and this platform is basically a product of a lot of hard work with a lot of good people. Okay. A promise delivered is not a money thing. So, let's break that up right now. That's not what it is. It is a basic system that allows you to shop properly. Now, most of us, if you've ever gone to Amazon prior to tonight or in the very near future, you've always gone to Amazon or anywhere else online to shop with the money that you go to work for. All right. You go to get your job, you do your thing, you get a paycheck, and you have to use that paycheck to purchase the things you're trying to buy online. Correct? That's the normal way. That's the way we've all been doing it. Well, a promise delivered is different. It's also going to make Amazon and a whole lot more companies that you shop online with available to you, but it's also going to make sure that you have the funds to purchase these items. Now, a lot of us have not had the opportunity to go get a brand new washer and dryer, a air conditioning unit, whatever it may be. It's always been let me work some extra overtime and whatnot and all that good stuff. Well, not anymore. See, I have, like I said, been working on something that all of us need. Basically, a way to facilitate things that you need in your life. Basic survival things, um, things that you would like to have, but you know your paycheck is not going to make the light bill, the rent, and able to go shop. It's just not going to happen. Hasn't happened. I'm no different. I'm the same way. Well, over the years, I've looked at that process. How do I eliminate that issue for everybody? Well, it took a lot of work. It took a lot of trials and errors. But this system, to explain it to you in its purest detail, would be an opportunity to participate in something that's not only going to allow you to participate in purchasing things that you need or want without any overtime needed, without any wait a couple of weeks and then some other bill comes up and you don't get to get it again. Well, to eliminate that, you first have to offer the same platforms that you're used to, Amazon, Walmart, and all the rest of them. You'll see them on there. And there's a couple that you may not even know. I do have a company that allows me to, I guess you could say, put up different companies' links. Okay, just like Amazon does. They allow you to promote products, services, and what have you. Okay. There are a couple of hundred of them. I'm not going to put them all on there because it's too much. Just with Amazon alone, one link has 60,000 items in it at a specific price value. Okay. So, like, let's say first grade. First grade is $50. There's 60,000 items at 49 or less in Amazon. I'm sure you can find something that you might want. Now, do you have to spend $50 out of your paycheck? Nope. Nope. The first grade has a royalty of $50. That royalty is yours to use on these products, or you can send it to other people from the back office, from one person to the next. You can actually share these funds, and you can also withdraw. Now, at the present moment, the back office is set to US dollar. That is soon going to change. Like I said, you're going to see the website change as we launch and start rolling. I decided to go ahead and get this thing going, and that should be in the next day or two. And it's stuck right now on US dollar. But in the very near future, it's going to go to cryptocurrency. Okay. You will be able to withdraw your royalty in whatever crypto you want, minus the fees. A promise delivered is not going to pay the fees. You have to pay your own fees. Whatever else is left will make it to your wallet. Now, that brings me to the next point of a promise delivered. And that next point is this, and I'm going to try to go through with as much detail as I can. Let me know how I did at the end of this call. There are 4 tools that you will need to, I guess you could say, work with the promise delivered. Do you need them all right now? No. Some of them are products that you can purchase while you're going through the system. And I'll get to that in just a moment. But there's 4 tools that you're going to need. A smartphone of your choice, as long as it's a smartphone. You're going to need a crypto wallet. Okay, a crypto wallet, if you don't know what it is, on the website, a promise delivered llc.com. Hover over the more section and you will see how to get started with a promise delivered. There's a series of instructions in that on that page, along with videos. In those instructions, you will see referral links or links to refer to what is a crypto debit card, what is a wallet, what is a cold storage, which is the next 3 things. The website, our website, is going to explain to you as much as possible so that you're not lost. And I would highly recommend, if you don't have YouTube on your phone, on your computer, or whatever you use, I highly recommend you get it. Put it on your device because you're going to use it. It is your free college. People have paid thousands of dollars to go to college. YouTube is a floating college. Now, can you believe everything on there? No. No, of course not. And you could say the same for the colleges. But I'm not going to beat up any colleges. I'm just talking about YouTube. Use it for what it's worth. It is a wealth of information. If there's something you don't understand, put it in YouTube. I guarantee you there's over 100 videos explaining what it is. So the smartphone is the first one. Second one, wallet. A crypto wallet is going to be required. That's how you move cryptocurrency. You can move it other ways, but you want to have a wallet and get used to using it. You'll see why in 17 days or so, 13 days. You're going to see a transformation of the world's, notice I didn't say US, I said the world's financial system. It's going to change, and it's going to include cryptocurrency. So you might as well get used to it now. And it just so happens that this platform is based on it. Okay. The next thing that you're going to need is a crypto debit card. Now, what is a crypto debit card? It's the same thing as a wallet, but it allows you to purchase things. Ding. Always remember the word purchase. I'm going to bounce back to it periodically. It allows you to take cryptocurrency of your choice, put it on the card, and go to the store and use it just like you would your bank debit card, except it's using the cryptocurrency that you put on it. And it'll do the transaction all at the point of sale. You just put it up to the register just like you do right now. It'll go beep. It's paid for. You don't have to tell the teller, oh, well, I'm using XRP to buy these shoes. No, you don't. You don't do that with your bank card now. Why would you do it with crypto? You use it the exact same way. That's a crypto debit card and soon to be digital currency. Mark my words. Cryptocurrency, digital currency is next. That's going to get introduced next. That crypto debit card will be able to use both for you to make purchases. Last item on that 4 list is a cold storage device. Now, a cold storage device is a simple device that you use to put your cryptocurrency, digital currency on. This is a tangent. Basically, all it is cards, as you can see. I don't know if you can see that. It's just cards. All right. These cards attach to your phone. You see what I'm saying? You're going to need this phone. So if you're not used to using a cell phone, if, you know, my aunts and uncles would always say, well, I just use it to say hello. Those days are gone, ladies and gentlemen. Those days are gone. This is now literally a bank. You can shop with it. You can send funds around the world. And you can save funds on your bank. This is also called a bank, or we refer to it as a bank, because it is offline. And what you put in there, whatever you put on here, is yours. It's not used by other tellers to train with. It's not used for the institution to make interest payments and all this stuff that they get off of the money you put in the regular bank. Not the case here. And the biggest part, and this is the really important part that I need you to catch, you own it. It's in my hands. So no one can go into this unless you give up information, which takes me to the next point. Each of you are going to move cryptocurrencies by address. Okay, that's how these devices work, by an address. Okay, so you have to get the address off of here, the receive address. There's a receive and a send. And that goes for the crypto debit card, and it also goes for the wallet. Some of you already have used wallets and you're aware of what they are. Great. That's part of the system. All you want to make sure is that all of your addresses are copied and pasted. Don't ever try to type it. Don't try to write it. Don't try to do anything human with those addresses except copy and paste. I cannot stress that enough. If you think for 1 second that you're able to write down an address that's attached to one of these devices, go right ahead. But I can assure you, if you don't do it right, you will lose whatever it is you're sending, because it's going to go somewhere that no one can find. You have to take accountability with what you are dealing with. What you are actually joining is a financial foundation. I'm helping you create it with this platform. Those are the 4 items. So once you join, and that join is in stages, okay? The first stage is a promise delivered. And that's, like I said, a small application. It's going to do a KYC, know your client, and that will not be held on any of my servers. It's a third party. They take care of that. And that third party is the same party that's going to issue you your cards in the back office. That's right. You will have a debit card from the same company that's doing your KYC. See how smart that was? This card is a debit card that will be in your back office live. You can use that card to do whatever you need to do: buy things, withdraw, pay for things. You're going to do the same thing you do with any other card. You get the numbers, you put them on your device, and you run with it. Okay? In the near future, we will have our own crypto debit card. Okay? We're going to have our own, which is going to be a massive deal. We will also have our own coin that is already in the makings. Okay? Like I said, this is not just a money thing. I'm going to also offer you the opportunity to participate with Team Royal. And I'll get to that in a minute. But I want to finish a promise delivered. Now, a promise delivered is a one position only. That's the reason for the KYC. You're only allowed one account. There are documents that will follow all that protect a promise delivered. Because there's people out that once you find something good, they want to tear it up. Well, you come stepping wrong here, I assure you, there's somebody waiting for you. Promise you. And she's no joke. She is not lost yet. She's a criminal attorney. Okay? Just to give you an understanding, it's not me. All right? A promise delivered was designed to bless everybody. And I do mean everybody. There's no special skin color or whatever to be a participant or a part of a promise delivered. The only restriction I have is little kids. 12 years old is the lowest, and that account will stay locked until that child turns 18. No exceptions, except for birthday and to pay their subscription, because a promise delivered is a subscription based after you have received from it. Most programs that you participate with, they get this subscription right up front. Start paying me right now. Now, like I said, this is different. You won't have to see that until the 4th grade. There are 12 grades. On every grade, there are a specific group of products that you have the option to purchase. And once you have made it through, that position ceases to exist. Now, if you want to see what is on every level and what is available to you as a royalty, okay, a promise delivered LLC.com. I would highly recommend you go there anyway and watch the video. It will explain what happens. All you have to do is watch it. I've had people ask me, how does it work? How does it work? How does it work? Go to the website. It's right there. That's how it works. All right. So what happens next? You say we have products, we're going from one grade to the next. What happens next? Very simple. You continue to do it for the rest of your life. What does that mean? I'll answer that question too. By a series of documents to which I'm going to share screen, I'm going to give you the understanding of what I just said. So let's see if I can get up the pledge first. I'm going to share these documents and I want you to follow along with me. All right, let me make sure you're seeing it. You should be looking at the pledge. And this pledge is stating that you promise to pay your taxes. Okay, real simple. Now, I'm going to say something before I even go into these documents. And I mean this to the utmost. I don't and will not accept anything other than what I'm about to say. I'm requesting you to print these documents, print them out, do all the signing and whatever needs to be put in these blanks, which I'm about to go over, and then have it scanned in. Now, what does that mean, Mr. Lewis? Scanned in. Just in case you're not aware, and the only reason why I'm doing this and putting this on recording, because everybody is not you. There are people out here that don't know what scanned in means. So I'm trying to make sure I cover all the bases. Scanned in means after you have put the date in by hand, I need handwriting, not typed in with DocuSign. So if you plan to DocuSign this document and send it to me, I can assure you it will be returned. And you only get one chance to do that because I'm making it clear tonight. Yes, some of you have already sent it back. Leave it alone. Anybody else that gets these documents going forward from 1/6/2025, you have to print these documents out and fill them out and scan them in. So let's talk about scanned in before I go into these documents. You can take these documents after you fill them out to Kinko's, Office Depot, Staples, FedEx, UPS store, the library, or a friend's house that has a printer. There's 7 options for you to scan it. And basically all you need is a jump drive. Where's mine at? So I can show you. You need to take this with you. That's a scan disk, jump drive. It's USB. Slide out the USB, right? You put that in the computer and scan it. Now, if you're going to any one of the stores, excuse me, and even the library, you have to put this in the printer and it will copy, or you can send it to this device. Probably not so much at the library, but everyone else, Staples and all those guys, they do this all day long. So when I'm hearing people say, well, I don't have a way to scan it, then you live under a rock in the middle of the desert, which I know that's not the case. If it is, take a trip. I will not accept any more documents that have been signed under DocuSign. I need a wet hand signature. Okay, take it to one of those stores, take a jump drive with you, tell them to put the documents, scan the documents onto your jump drive. They know what to do after that. They'll even show you. They'll put this in the computer what you want to call the folder. I would call it my entry documents for promise delivered. If the person can type, they'll type that on the folder, and all the documents will scan onto here in that folder. All you have to do when you come home, you stick this in the computer, go to the folder, send all those documents just like they are. Simple. Okay. I have been getting phone call after phone call. The enrollers are getting calls. Which document, who goes where. I'm going to settle that this evening. Okay. All you have to do is pay attention. Now, each document is a PDF. Okay. So when you print it, when you get it, it's going to be just like you're looking on the screen now. It's going to look just like this. There are some people that have DocuSign on their computers, and they were signing this document like that. No, I won't accept those as of today. So what goes here? The date that you get the document. No special date. The date that you get it, the date that you're signing it, the date, that date goes in this block. Your full name. Yes, it's small, right just above it. The only person that's getting these documents is me. So it's not going to a company. Doesn't have to be perfectly in the lines. Just right above it. Okay. Make sure it's legible. I know you want to do it on the computer and type it and everything. I would love for that. But it needs to be a wet hand signature. So you can't do both. It's one or the other. Okay. Just write it above the line. This is the pledge to pay taxes. Read the document. The document tells you what you're signing. So if you decide not to pay the taxes that are due, when they come after you, the first thing I'm going to do is show this document. Don't come to me. I made sure they received it. They got all of what's supposed to go to them. Their taxes is their liability, not mine. All right. Read the document. I'm not going to read these documents to you. I just need you to know where to sign and what goes on these documents. Your state, write the whole state out. Don't abbreviate. Country, you can abbreviate. USA, Italy, wherever you're at. Witness. Your name goes here. Print it. You print it and then you sign it. I would prefer it be in blue ink. Any real document that you're signing should be in blue ink anyway, in your signature. The witness, again, we talked about this at great length. If your witness, now please listen to me, if your witness is not in arm's reach, let's say your witness is in Kentucky and I'm here in Maryland, all you have to do is email these documents, because if they're going to witness one, they might as well witness them all. Email these documents to them so they personally can read it. Let them see it. We're not hiding anything. So on the witness, you're going to print their name. If they read it and say, yeah, you can put my name on it, I'll be your witness. Don't force anybody to do this. Print it as best you can, and then sign it as best you can. All right? It doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be a signature. It can't be printed. Okay? When you email it to them, they're able to read it and say, yes, I agree with this document. And then you basically say, I'm going to sign your name. Is that okay? Simple. All right? Let's not make this difficult. These should be done as quickly as possible. And yes, you will get them all. All the greens will get these documents tonight and your form to set your appointment. All right? This is the first document. Let's hit background check. Okay, read the top. Background check submittal agreement. on the day that you sign them, your full name, not your full middle and all that, just first and last name. They can find it. All right. So after that, scroll down, state, write it all the way out, country, print your name. It's always going to be print and sign, always. Whether you're signing a document or a witness or whatever, print, then sign. Okay. Real simple. Read the documents though. This is not legalese. Trust me. I wrote them. All right. Next one. No refund. All right. Now, the no refund has some stipulations that I need to make clear right now. This went into effect September 1st, 2024, right after I was harassed to pay somebody back because they didn't like how systems or how it worked out. That will never happen again. You have the opportunity to see what this is about. I'm explaining it to you. And once you decide to participate, that's the end of it. Okay. Now, entry fee, administration fees, products and services, loss of bonuses. I need you to pay attention to this right here. Okay. Nobody really read this document. I can tell by the questions or the lack of questions. No one asked about the loss of bonuses. What bonuses? Nobody asked about the bonuses. Right? Everybody's seen this document. It was sent out a while back. Same thing was there. This is the third time I've gone over this document. No one asked, what's the bonuses? It's either you don't care or you didn't read it. The bonuses are why you need to have a good email address and check it regularly, because a promise delivered is going to send out different bonuses. It's not always money. It could be anything. Whatever promise delivered decides to send on that day, everybody gets an opportunity to receive it. It will be a timed, listen to me, timed email. The second it gets sent, there's a counter that's going to count down. You have 24 hours. Most plane trips, you should be able to get internet service up there long enough to answer an email. Everything else, land, boats, trains, you can get internet within 24 hours. Once the timer ticks down and deletes or finishes, you won't be able to open the email, and that bonus is gone. This phone number is live, should be now. I'm waiting for them to reestablish it. I wasn't going to reestablish until launch, but I don't want to not have it when questions are needed. All right. We're going to start with this number, then it's going to be moved to a professional company to answer questions. All right. This is the website. This is the date this document went into effect. Print your name, sign your name. There are no refunds. I'm going to save that one for last. Perjury. Okay. Same thing. Read your document. This is what you're signing. Don't lie. It won't be worth it. I'm telling you. I have an attorney that drinks blood. So don't play with her. All right. Your name, just sign above or write it above. Yes, the line is short. Again, read the document. No liability. Okay. Again, state, country, printed name, signed. Okay. Printed, signed, the best to your ability. All of these documents, if you have someone that's witnessing them that's not in the house or close to you where they can come read it, email it to them so they can read it. Don't try to read it over the phone. They can't see what you're reading. You may stumble over some stuff or skip some things. This is a legal document. They need to be able to read it if you're putting their name to it. So I suggest that you, when you get these documents tonight, if your witnesses, like I said, Kentucky, email it to them. Okay. Now, pledge, perjury, no refund, background. Here comes the big boy. This is the one that got everybody's hair on fire. And I want everyone to sit tight and just sit back and listen. The notice of death agreement is a simple document that allows a promise delivered to contact the person you put on this very first page. Okay, you're going to date it, the date that you're signing it, it's all the same thing. This person right here, legal representative, shall promptly notify the organization, a promise delivered, by contacting. I need to change that. Well, by contacting us, basically, but I'm going to change that. This person is the one that you, now listen to me, you decide who this person is. Okay, so whoever they are, they're going to, God forbid, be here after you leave. This person is the one that's going to contact a promise delivered. Do they need the death certificate? No. It will be needed in the future or whenever they get it, depending on the situation. I found out it could be a week, it could be a month, depending on the circumstances. Whenever they get it, I need a copy of it. Now, pay close attention to what I'm about to say about this person. And I'm going to put a person's name in there so it makes it easier for you to follow along. My person's name is my sister. Okay. So she, if we were out there or not part of the company, she would contact a promise delivered. Okay. She would give the information that I had passed on, and she's the contact person. Me being a promise delivered or not in this scenario, a promise delivered would then ask for any information that they could use to put on the documents so that they would receive any and all items. Now, please listen, that are ongoing in the back office. So you remember it's grade 1 through 12. Depending on where you were when you left and the person calling, it will continue on to the 12th grade. If you were in the second, it will continue and the funds would generate until the 12th grade. Once that person's ID makes it to the 12th grade, they are pulled from the system. Whatever is in the back office will be withdrawn down and sent to this person. Okay? Sent to this person. Now, whatever you have in your cold storage has nothing to do with the promise delivered. We have nothing to do with this. So, what my recommendations are, whoever that person that you're going to put in that spot to take care of your final whatever you want to call it, make sure they have the password and information to get in this, because you're going to be putting things in your cold storages as you go through the system. Okay? I'm encouraging everyone to use this bank, not the one down the street. The one down the street doesn't care about you. This one does because you own it. You are the banker. So whoever this person is, they need to have your information. They need to know how to get into this so that they can use the funds to make sure that you go home well. If there are bank accounts, which there will be, all you have to do is add this person on that bank account. Okay. Put them on it because when you leave, whatever's in your bank account goes to probate unless you put somebody on that account with you. That's not legal advice. I don't have a license to give legal and financial advice. My opinion. Research it. Find out what you need to do. But I assure you, if you leave here and that bank account has nobody's name on it, probate, that could be 2 years. All right. So do your due diligence. This person is the only person I'm going to contact. You're going to see a document that explains how to fill it out, what you put where, and all this. The only one that I'm concerned about is this person right here, because that's who I'm going to contact, or that's who's going to contact me when you leave. Everything in the back office will be drawn down and they will be sent a check. That will be the end of it. That's not a refund. That's a gift to go home. Whatever's on your cold storage, whatever's in your wallet, whatever's in your crypto debit card, they should have the information. This person is almost like you. Okay. Doesn't mean they can go into your account and do things, but they need to be on there so they can when the time comes. All right. You could put limited, whatever. Check with the bank and they will tell you how to do it correctly. I'm just letting you know somebody else needs to be on that account. State, country. All right, here we go. This is the part that got everybody's hair on fire and the phone almost jumped off the porch. This is where your name goes. This document is concerning you. Okay, your name goes here. The legal representative is already on the document up here. So you have to be on this document as a signer so that they know who this is all about. This is your agreement that you're making with a promise delivered. All right. Just sign your name. Right here, the representative's signature. That's where your person up top signs and their email and their phone number. All you do is sign one time right here. Right here. This is the second page, third page. This is the first page. That's why this person's name is here. On the first page, I know who I need to talk to. The second page is state and country. The third page is where everybody else's information goes. You sign the first one. Your rep signs the second one. Their email address, their phone number. All right. This was crazy too. First name, printed, sign. These are beneficiaries. These are people that you want things to go to or whatever. But I want to stop you right here. As a participant of Team Royal, you have access to a legal representative that's going to show you how to do trust, is going to show you how to do a living will, a passing will, and all this other legal real. I can't do that as a platform. Okay. You're putting this on here so that when the time comes, your will designate who gets what, not a promise delivered. But I would like for you to put them here just in case something comes up. You know how people get when you're talking about, large sums of money. People get jealous, they get silly, basically. But by you filling this out on this date with the executive person that you're putting in place, these names are here. Whoever goes first, whatever, you can put percentages if you see fit. Percentages I have nothing to do with. Promise Deliver is not going to be at the wheel reading. So whatever is there to be split up, that you put here. So they print their first name and then they sign the second. If they're children, if they're little kids, you do it. But if they're adults, but they're not next to you, same thing, email it to them. Hey, look, I'm putting you as a beneficiary. Can I put you on and sign your name? Yes, mom. Yes, dad. Yes, auntie, whatever. Let them read it. Let them see this document. Don't just call them and say, I'm putting your name on a document. Huh? No, let them email this to them so they can read it. And then you take care of the signatures if needed. Now, the percentage that you put on here, that's up to you. You put whatever you want. There's 10 spots for you to do that. The witness, again, if they're in the building or close, they can sign it. If they're not, they should see this document as well. Can I put your name in as a witness? It should be the same person. Whoever you got witnessing the other document, just put them on here. Email them this document, this one and the other one. All right. Now I'm going to take questions on this. So write them down if you got questions, because I got more to talk about. Write down any questions that you have about this document. Go ahead and write those down so you have them. And I'm going to stop share. And I need to go on to this next item, which is where you are in the placement process. Some of you have already made appointments. And as you've seen, we have not launched just yet. Doesn't mean we're not. What I have to keep reminding folks is this is being created. This platform is being created. It's not something that it was went and bought and you stick your name on the top of it and start loading people. That's not this. Okay? The KYC crashed the platform, but that has been rectified and cleaned up. The product list is being added. The description for each grade is being added. So there shouldn't be any questions as to what happens from first grade. So when you get into first grade, it's going to explain what it is and what that royalty is, $50. Now, would you be expecting $200 out of the first grade? No, $50. It's going to tell you. These are royalties. It's not money. It's not payment. It's not commissions. They're royalties for participating. It will then turn into a subscription after you have already received, all the way up to the fourth grade, as a matter of fact. The subscription is monthly. I want to make sure that we all understand that $175 is going to be deducted from whatever account you put there. If you do not pay your subscription, all of your positions cease to exist. I will say that again, because we've already witnessed what happens when people decide not to take care of their subscriptions. People get hurt in the process. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. So you're being told up front, if you decide to forego the 175, I will pull your entire system. You will be out of the program. I have witnessed the second part, to which I'm going to explain in a minute, be trashed because of that decision that was made. Oh, I don't need to pay it this month. Oh, I'm not going to pay that. You can do that if you're in a platform that you are supporting, that you went out and got folks, that you put together. That is not the case with what we have done here. When you make a commitment, you make a commitment, period. So I assure you, and it's not that big of a deal. It's $175. From the first grade to the fourth grade, it's close to this 4, 7, 850. 850 is going in your pocket before I'm asking for 175. Did everybody catch that? Thumbs up, please. Thank you. So when I tell you forego that 175, I can assure you will be out. No questions. I don't like when you make a commitment and you go back on it. I don't like that. All right. So let's move on. I want to make sure I cover everything tonight, and especially for the new guests. I know you're probably like, oh my God, what is this? What did I do? Yeah. When you have dealt with things and you're trying your absolute best to bless people and they smack you in the face for it, you kind of get a little bit on the edge. Just a little bit. Don't take it personal. I want this platform to last and bless all of you every day, every day. So we have to take care of it, period. There's no exception. All right. Um, so let's move on to that's really it. Like I said, a promise delivered is not difficult. It's serious, but not difficult. You're either going to shop with the royalty that you get at the end of that grade, or you're going to withdraw it. But I need everyone to shop. If you just withdraw, I assure you, you'll be gone. That's not how this platform is set up. You may not need something for $50. You may not need something for 100, whatever. But when you get up past those two, buy something. It's mandatory. It's not a question. It's mandatory. Buy something. That's how we keep this thing alive and keep it clean. If you just withdraw, you turn it into money laundering. If you turn it into money laundering, it's gone. This is my last attempt to bless people. I'm going to make that known too. I've been online trying to help people for 20 years. If this gets trashed because people don't follow instructions, don't look for me again. I will be gone. Just want to put it out there. All right. Let's talk about the last part of a promise delivered. And that is share it with people that can follow instructions. I'm going to say that one more again. Share it with people that can follow instructions. If you plan to share it with Ray Ray, and you know Ray Ray ain't followed no instructions all his life, don't put this in his hands because he's going to destroy it for you and all of us. Or Sylvia, I hope there's no Sylvias on here, just using names. If Sylvia is one of those that have to check underneath the light bulb and inside of the socket to make sure there's electricity going, if she's a detective, we don't need that. We don't need that either. Okay. These are the same people that go to other platforms, join with no question, and put up $300, $400, $500. All right. But you want to come here and be a detective. No. Just let them be. They're going to ask you 1,000 times, what are you doing? How did you get that new car? Aren't you retired? Yeah. So be careful who you bring in. Now, I have to say the same thing to myself, and hopefully the commercial will touch on that because I'm going to make sure it does. If you can't follow instructions, just pass. Go do something else. Some kind of way. That'll be stated. Um, you're going to need a little knowledge of cryptocurrency. So if you're kind of, you know, not that 100% sure about cryptocurrency and how it works, YouTube, it's even on the website. You'll see it. I think it was Crypto 101 I put on there. But you can go on YouTube right now, right after this call, put in how do I use crypto? How do I use a wallet? How do I use a crypto debit card? What is a crypto debit card? You put it in there, YouTube's going to give you 1,000 videos to watch it. Now, security. Your security is your responsibility. These banks, and this is considered a bank, are your responsibility to protect. Okay? Fireproof, waterproof safes, briefcase, box, something. Don't have it laying on the counter like I do, but I only do that for prop purposes. Mine's in my safe, and that's where it's going to stay until I need it. Don't ever take your bank out in the street. It should never leave your house. Case in point, you put $10,000 on this bank, right? You put 10,000 on here, and you're gonna take it over your friend's house so you can show it to him. Hey, this is what I got. You go to put it in your pocket or your purse or whatever, and it's a slick box. It's real slippery. All right. You make one funny move and it's gone. $10,000 on it. Now you can recover it if you do the following: seed phrases, passwords, and everything that you did when you set this up. You can get a new one and recover the 10,000. Now let's say you put the seed phrase on a napkin. I've seen people do it. Oh, I'll just write it down real quick. All right. The wife comes through, the girlfriend comes through, the cleaning lady sees a paper towel, ball it up, put it in the trash. Office nice and clean, right? You come back home, yeah, nice and clean. I like this. All right. It's time to do a withdrawal. You lose the bank, right? So I lost it. I'll just order another one. He said I could put my new one on the new one when I get it. You order the brand new one, comes to the house. You put on this big old smile. I'm going to get my 10,000 back. And then you say, well, the thing's going to ask for the seed phrase. Right? That's when that chill goes down your back, down your neck. I put it on the paper. Where's the paper? Gone. Guess what happens to that $10,000 that you had on that first one? Gone. If you don't put your stuff away properly, you won't have it. These things come with a card. Let me see if I left mine in here. Nope, all that stuff's in the safe. They come with a card. When you get these things, it's a small card. You put your seed phrase on there. The seed phrase is the password and the actual code that will allow you to open up a brand new one if something happens to the other one. You need that seed phrase. If you don't have that phrase, you will never see that money again, ever, ever. Okay. So those cards you fill out with the seed phrase, you they have little capsules. You can roll the thing up and stick it in there and screw it on. It's fireproof, waterproof. You put it in the safe that's fireproof, waterproof. You're good, right? You have it. So if something happens and you got to get a new one, you just go in the safe, get the seed phrase, put it in, boom, 10,000 back. Now that's just in the preliminary. 6 months down the road, you might have 200,000 on that thing. Play with it if you want. Once it's gone, it's gone. Okay. Please take this very seriously. You own a bank. You become a banker. So you have to protect it just like they do. That's the biggest point that I want to put and make sure that you follow. All of what we talk about, what we do, again, is to better your life, empower you, to give you a financial foundation like no other. The way A Promise Delivered is set up, you should receive something almost daily. Almost daily. Okay? Now, that's it on A Promise Delivered. Like I said, it's not a money thing. It's an empowerment to give you the ability to do the things that you've always wanted to do. Dress your house out, fix the roof, whatever you need to do. Give real Christmas gifts instead of a card. Yeah, come on now. I know I'm not the only one that's here's I'll sign a Christmas card and send it to you, right? Or a birthday card. I'll put $20 in there and send it. Now you'll be able to go into your whatever grade you're in and send them a proper gift. Did you have to work overtime for it? No. Did you have to borrow it from Granny? No. Leave Granny money alone. That's the process. That's the purpose. There's more to it. All right, let's switch gears and move into fourth grade. Fourth grade is going to give you the opportunity to participate with Team Royal. Now, what is Team Royal? It's a sister company to which we are connected that has a wealth of information in its back office as well. That back office has 4, 8, 12, 16 different products. Like I said earlier, from writing wills, trusts, doing land purchase contracts, doing all sorts of things. There's a wealth of information in the back office. Now, there is a process that A Promise Delivered is doing on purpose to facilitate your movement through Team Royal. And this is where what I was talking about earlier, if you have gone out and done it yourself, then by all means, if you want to turn it off, turn it off. But the process that I have come up with using A Promise Delivered facilitates another platform so you don't have to go find people. You don't have to go hunt down aunt, uncle, friends. All right? You don't have to hunt nobody, but you do have to take care of your obligation. And that obligation is $149 monthly. If you have two positions, which is not positions, if you have a vetted position, which is a business and an outside or a membership associated, that's $300 a month. But what do you receive for all this money, Mr. Lewis, that you talking about I have to pay? Well, let's talk about that. I've been given the opportunity to share this document. Let me get it. I should have had it pulled up with the documents, but I missed it. So give me a break. Let me go over here and get it. Won't take but a second. Log in. I don't want you to see this information because I'm recording and I have to get the document in the right frame before I can share. So give me a second. Okay, I guess. Oh boy. Hold on. I need to be able to, okay, enlarge it so that their information is not seen. Give me a second. I'm only going to do as far as this screen will show, which is enough. All right. Now sit still. Share screen. All right. So, like I was saying, there is the potential, and that potential is solidly locked in with how a promise delivered works, that the work is done for you, along with myself and the team members to which I'm going to introduce you to. Like I said, you don't have to go get anyone. We're doing it all for you. All you have to do is participate. And before I go into this, let me just hit one part of a promise delivered that's going to be requested of you. When you get to the fourth grade, we're going to request that you take 2 positions with the sister company, Team Royal. Everyone. If you don't want to do it, it's fine, but I don't understand why you wouldn't. After I explain to you what you have the potential to receive. When you sign up, you're going to be moved to the fourth grade. When you get to the fourth grade, a promise delivered, not you, because a lot of people got this misinterpreted. A promise delivered is going to make it available to you 1 position with Team Royal with a business and a membership position. That's 2 positions. It's $398. All right. All you have to do is maintain the $150 a month obligation for that set times 2, which is $300. Whoever's writing on the screen, please stop. All right. When you join for the first position, you're going to become a QMD. At the very top, you see there 3 QMDs plus 2 PCs. I know that sounds like, what is all that? A QMD is a qualified member. Okay. Qualified member. A PC is a personal customer. Okay. When you make that happen, which we make that happen for you, you start to receive $5 a day. Okay. As we move through the system and people are following through, more people will be placed under you, which would take you to 12 people. You're only talking 6 people here. 3 people, you get $5. Six is you. So 3 people under you, you start to receive $5 because you're qualified. You come in the door qualified. That's what a promise delivered is doing for you, pre-qualifying you so that you start to receive the second you get in there. Okay. And we do that times everybody. And as we do that, more people, these are the people under you or in your network. They're not directly under you, they're in your network. When 12 people get there, then you start to receive $20 a day. Sherry, if you write something else on the screen, I'm going to remove you from this call. It shows me who's writing. So if you, in case you want to know, that's how I know who's doing it. As we continue that process, you'll have 36 people under you in your network. Then your income turns to $50 a day. This is every day, not Monday through Friday. Every day. Okay. And so on and so forth. I'm not going to go through the rest until I get full permission to share everything. That's how that works. Now, that work that you just saw me explain happens with the people that I'm getting ready to introduce you to. There's a lot. I'm going to start with the people that you've already spoken to, some of you. Sonia, if you would. Sonia is one of the enrollers. She will be contacting you after you've been texted, and that's the way we are doing the contact process. Okay. That contact process is a text first. So you know who's getting ready to call you. Because that was the first question I got when we started doing this. Well, how am I going to know who's calling me? Thanks to them with the idea, text first. You're going to get a text. Hey, this is Sonia. I'm going to call you on an approved appointment that you created, and so on. The next one is Theodore Randolph. Okay. He's one of the enrollers as well. He will be contacting you on an ongoing basis, any issues and what have you. That's who's going to be contacted. You're going to hear Ted probably in the next day or so because I'm going to send all the greens out tonight. I'm going to stay up just for y'all and send all the greens out. The third is Miss Jillian Calloway. Okay. Those are the 3 enrollers. They are going to help you get signed up. All right. There is a host of callers. A host of callers. I see Carolyn Clark. I see Sean. If you're a caller, because I can't see everybody, unmute. Well, you can't. We'll do that during the Q&A. I'll let everyone speak and talk to you guys. It's not all me, so we can squash that. All right. My job going forward, once we go ahead and launch, is going to make sure 3. That's my job. Their jobs is to make sure you come on board so I can place you somewhere. This process is going to go on until the end of time, or we run out of folks, which I highly doubt from what I'm getting ready to tell you next. Team Royal is a very simple process They will go over how to sign up. The biggest thing that I could stress with the sign up with Team Royal is when you get to the page where you have to put in your information. I don't know. They don't know how to spell your name. They don't know your street address. They don't know your email address. You have to put that information in correct. You, not them. When you get down to the part where you put your card in, don't get in a hurry. Sometimes the finger, when you go after one number, you kind of bump another one and you don't realize it because you thought you hit the one that you wanted, but it actually didn't. Take the time to look at the card and look at the numbers on the screen. Make sure everything is good. You have to do all this, not them. They won't be able to see you sign up. And I'm not going to allow them to sit on the phone with you while you do it. Follow the steps. They're going to explain it. There's a little box, a little teeny thing that you have to click in or check it. And that little box is the statement to which, like I said, you have to do right by things because of the simple fact you check the box. And that box states that you plan to take care of this on a monthly basis. You're going to take the mouse, left click, and do your abbreviation, the two letters of your name, the first letter and your last name letter. I mean, if you're skillful enough to write your name with the mouse, by all means, go ahead. But a simple 2-letter works. It works just fine. Okay. Once you do that, you got all the numbers in good. You check the box. You make sure you did the captcha thing. There's 3 or 4 things. You checked all your information before you got down there. And then when you click join, don't just sit back. Don't touch nothing. Don't get impatient. The way their system works is that when you click join, their system pings your card. It'll go and look and see, is there 249 there? Or is it the 398, which it will be because it's going to be in the back office. You're going to pay for one at a time, but it's a total of 398. It's going to ping the card first. Then when it says, oh, yeah, there's 249 on there, we can get it. They'll get the payment. Meanwhile, you're sitting there, I click join. Don't do it more than once because every time you click it, you're joining again. And it will try to pull the 249 over and over and over. Click it one time, take your hands off of everything and sit back. When it goes and finds the money and makes the payment to the company, it will automatically log you into the back office. You'll see the screen will change completely. And you'll see your back office and all the little boxes that I was talking about early with the products. When you see that, you're in. Now you can put your hand back on the mouse. That's the biggest point because we've had people that when they joined, they kept clicking it and they had 13 positions, 14 positions. They kept clicking it. Click, 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 click. Don't be impatient. One time, take your hand off the mouse. Let it do its thing. It'll switch to the back office. You're good to go. You don't have to do anything else. Now, that's signing up a business position. All right. You're going to put all the information in. It's 249. You're going to click on that one first and create that account. Listen to me. A promise delivered is putting up 398, not 249. So you're going to purchase the business position. Then you're going to log into that account. You already be logged in. You're going to go to the website, and I'll explain all that. You'll see it in the presentation. You're going to go to your business position and you're going to click on Start Now as if you are joining again, which you would be under yourself. And how you do that is you log out and you should be looking at the website with your name at the top. You click in the top right-hand corner, Get Started Now. You click it. It's going to take you to the choices again, 249, 149. You're going to choose the 149. Okay? You're joining under yourself, under the account you just created. Right? Everybody following me so far? So you join under yourself, and I'll go over it one more time. Join under yourself under the 149. That's the membership that needs to receive money every day. Okay? It has to have a membership associated to it, directly to it, so it can receive that business position. All right? That's the 398. That's a set. So that's what you would be getting on the fourth grade. Let me go over it one more time. All right. So when you get to the fourth grade, you're going to get a 398 voucher or gift card put on. You'll get 398 put on that card that's in the back office, right? So you have a card. You don't have to go get no other cards. It's already in the back office. You're going to get a link to sign up under. That's my job, to make sure you have a link. When you get that link, you're going to sign up underneath that link, whoever that is. You won't have any control over who you go under. Sign up under that person. You do all the sign up necessary for the business position. There's a business position, and then there's a membership that's associated to it. Are we clear so far on that? There's two things. The back office is going to have enough money to buy both of them. When you get the business position, you're going to do all that filling out stuff and putting all your stuff in, put the card in your back office in the promise delivered. You're going to put that card in there. It's going to pull 249. Right? Once you get that signed, remember, you're going to take your hands off the thing, you're going to let it do its thing. When it switches over to the back office, you'll be looking at your back office of your business position. All you have to do is click log out. With me so far? Is anybody writing this down? Click log out. It's going to automatically go out to the website because you just logged out of it, but you're still looking at it. Your name that you created should be at the top. You're looking at your company-wide website. Make sure it's yours. Click on Get Started. It's going to open up those two choices again, 249 or 149. You're going to click on the 149. Right? Going to do all the sign up process, do all the same stuff, but you're getting a membership. You're not getting a business. Two different things. Do all the stuff, put it all in, click it, sit back, let it do its thing. Don't touch anything once you click join now. All right? Once you've done that, it's going to take you to the back office. You'll see all the little squares again. You don't have to do anything else. That's it. Just relax, take a deep breath. You've signed up. Now, once you make it back there again in fourth grade, it's going to ask you to do the same process one more time. This time, you're going to be using an LLC. You take the LLC, do all the paperwork, put the LLC's name in there, put your name in there, your social, the EIN, all that. You put it all in. They will explain that to you. You create that business position. So what do we do next? Get the 149 position that's associated to it. You log out, click on Get Started. get a membership, 149. Put all information in. Once you've done that the second time, the first time is, it's going to be easy. Don't get excited. It's going to be easy. Do that. And then once you come back around to fourth grade, you're going to do it again. That's the two positions. After you've done it the second time, you don't have to join anything else. You're all set. All you have to do from that point is as you go down the road and create the incomes and whatnot, I would ask that you all activate the LLC. That means go register it, make it a real business. You don't have to do it up front because you won't have the funds to do it. I think registration is like 150. Every state is different. I can't just say one amount and that cover everybody. That's not true. Okay, whatever it costs to register an LLC as a bona fide company in that state, in your state, that's what you would be paying. So you want to wait a little bit, get some funds together. You have 90 days, actually longer, but get some funds together and then register that LLC. When you register it, you get everything set up, then you can go to the bank. Now, please listen. Once you have it all registered in the state, all the paperwork, whatever it is, you can go to the bank and open an account for that business. Now, that account will receive whatever you pull out, and it can pay its own 300 monthly. Okay, I want you to remember this. Each set is 300. So if you have one under your name and you have an LLC, how much is coming out? 600. Okay. Now the one under your name you can put on your own bank because it's your name. Put it on your debit card. That LLC, over time, once you have enough to get it registered and all that good stuff, open a bank account for the LLC and withdraw its income to it. Open a bank account and then it can pay its 300. So it's not all coming out of your debit card. Okay. Separate them after you've had time to do so. Does everybody follow me so far? All right. So that's pretty much those two. The next time you come to a promise delivered fourth grade. Now, if you noticed, we've talked about LLCs, we've talked about 398, we've talked about $750 or $850 to you. We have said nothing about a subscription. Nothing. Have we? Nope. So the third time you come to the fourth grade is when you're going to set up your 175 subscription. Whatever card you want to put there is fine with me, just as long as it can get the 175 every month. The fourth time you come back to the fourth grade, you're going to be able to choose a donation. You don't have to do them all, just one. Pick whichever one is going to tell you what to do. And you send that donation to the breadbasket. Now, I'm sure some of you know what the breadbasket is, but I'm going to explain it anyway. The breadbasket is a humanitarian project. So without people donating to it, it can't help anyone. Period. It is a member just like you. And because of the situation that happened earlier with people turning off accounts and whatnot, it's no longer qualified, so it hasn't received anything. But we have people asking for its assistance. Can't help you. Not yet. When we start moving through the system and you will see the fourth grade, and you will have the option to donate to it. Do you have to donate every time you get there? No, of course not. Once or twice, if everybody puts to it, it can help. But if no one donates to it, it can't help. Simple as that. All right. Um, so Team Royal is another opportunity that's going to put something in your pocket every day. The number starts at $5 and it goes up from there. All right. It is a different company. You will see who it is once you join, but for copyright purposes, it's Team Royal with us. All right. That's being respectful to their brand. Now, once you have joined once and then join the second time, you're done with joining. There's nothing else to join. All I need everyone to do is protect yourself, study on these cards, on these banks, and make sure you come to the call. When you start receiving and receiving well, I am going to request that we do a testimonial call. Okay? A testimonial call will just be a question. Did you receive? Say what you want. You don't have to give no location. You don't have to give away all your personal information. My whole thing with this platform is to prove a point. And that point is internet platforms work if you work the platform. There's one thing that has gone away from the internet because of lack of interest and lack of belief, and that is duplication. All programs work, every one of them. But if the people don't duplicate, it dies. Hence, everyone creating two positions. You and two is three. Is it not? What is the requirement of Team Royal? Three people. Did the light bulb go off yet as to what I'm doing? Is anybody on the same elevator I'm on? What did you have to do? Fill out a form. What else did you have to do? Come to a call. Three under three. All right. Now, the last two goodies, and then I'm going to go into Q&A, and the rest of the callers are going to introduce themselves. Just open up and say your name. But the last thing that I want to touch on is what are the plans going forward? Right now, we have the green, which is 280 people. They're getting ready to get the form to fill out. You're getting ready to set your appointments. After the green go in, my position goes in. Okay? My position goes in. I haven't even joined my own platform. I put close to what? Three, four, almost 400 people ahead of me. So when I tell you there's no first and there's no last, there's none of that. There's no referral bonuses and all that foolishness because that brings the wrong people. And the last time I was on the call, I gave away a clue. It only takes one. One. I assure you, and I'm not patting myself on the back, I'm only going to prove a point. A promise delivered will go down in history. as one of the cleanest platforms out here. No one gets hurt, everyone's blessed, and it goes forever. Cool? All right, so let's go ahead and do this. There's going to be a lot more instructions and things like that, so don't get excited that I haven't hit everything. There's a presentation coming that will explain the entire system. What I just went over is just a refresher or just a know of what it is. The presentation is going to be a little bit more detailed in control. You'll be able to see things. It's going to be nice. You should be able to watch that presentation and join and not have to call nobody. That's my objective. All right. So let's go ahead in the Q&A. If you have a question, just hit the little button. But before we do that, I want to let the callers, I got to turn on the thing so you can unmute. I want the callers to unmute and introduce yourself.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Latanya Pittman.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I'm Amanda Brooks.
Good evening. I am Patricia McRae.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Evangeline Ponder.
Good evening. I'm Valon Maddox.
Good evening, Tony Aubrey.
Good evening, Larry Vaughn.
Good evening,
Rhonda Moore.
Good evening, Betty Taylor.
Good evening, Linda Dubois.
David Drew here. Good evening.
Good evening, Charmaine Austin.
Good evening, Jackie Wallace.
Greetings all, Sean Allen.
All right.
Good evening, Joan Thompson. I promise delivered.
Thank you. Thank you. All
Good
right.
evening.
Go ahead.
I said good evening, Alan Merritt.
All right.
I'm sorry. Turn the speaker off. You probably can't hear me.
I can hear you.
Okay. I'm still going to turn it off. Hear me better.
All right. So those are the individuals that are going to be doing the calling. Now, again, that is not the time to go into Q&A. All right. They're calling you. One, they're going to text you first. Then they're going to call you. When they call you, they are setting up and making sure you have the 4 items, that you are ready to go with the 175 and whatever else they're going to ask. Okay. You should not be on that call more than 7 minutes, 8 minutes. I think we timed it. That is not the time to question. This is the time to question. I handle the questions. They do not. Okay. Unless it's something small. Yeah. But their objective and their request from me is to make sure that the appointments are set and you as the participant know what you need to have ready when you get with the enrollers. Okay, so that's that purpose, and that's what they're going to be doing as participants in the program. When you get to the enroller, now they're calling you, or they're going to text you first, same way, and call you on your time zone. Okay, not on their time zone, on yours. Because a lot of times they might be east, you might be, central or whatever. But the appointments will be kind of guided both ways. The caller's going to assist you with that enroller's schedule. And then you come to an agreement and pick that day and that time, and then they pass it on. That's it. When the enroller calls you, they're going to text you first, then call you, and then go through the sign-up process. That should no longer be no longer than 12 minutes, I want to say. At that point, you will have a presentation. You will also have access to a promise delivered LLC.com. Please go there tonight and watch the video twice. Once you've watched the main video on the first page, go over to more, hover over it, and you'll see how to get started with Promise Delivered and how to get started with Team Royal. Watch both of those. Go in there. There's instructions there. The more you familiarize yourself with it, the easier it should be. It should not be a difficult situation. All right. If it's difficult, I didn't do a good job and the presentation sucks. That's how it is. All right. So hopefully that neither one of those are part of it. And we want to make sure that we have everything in place before we get there.